Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. What we're going to do for this video is going to continue on from the series I started last week. It's called the £100 challenge. So this week we're going to do PlayStation 3 games. So it's a £100 PlayStation 3 challenge. Or to go into it even more detail, the scenario is either you've just bought a PlayStation 3 or one of your mates has just bought a PlayStation 3 and they've got no idea of any of the games and they've got a £100 budget. What games should they get for that £100? We've done pretty well in this one. There's 19 games. Your money goes quite far at the moment with the PlayStation 3. I will add my prices, in case you're wondering where I'm getting my prices from. It's not eBay. I've just gone on a CEX website, so it's a bit more consistent. Like if something's really rare, I don't think there's any massive hitters in my collection that I'm recommending. Does that make sense? I did, my original list had another 2 games, so I had to take them out. It came to £104. So the 2 games I had to shave out is Bulletstorm. Didn't make the cut. That's how good the games are. I love this game. I know you can get it on the PlayStation 5 as well. Strongly recommend it. That's currently selling for £1.50 as I'm making this video. The date of the video is the 21st of January 2023, Bambino. And the other game that another amazing game. I was really late to the party on this. Max Payne 3. £3.50 that is. What a masterpiece. In case you didn't know, I was totally unaware. It's a Rockstar game. I loved the first 2. Love is a strong word, isn't it? I adored the first 2 games in the series. My mates had them. I don't think I ever owned them. My mates had them on the Xbox, so I borrowed them off my mates, you know. And I bought it ages ago, this game. Slept on it. And it's fucking brilliant. Really impressive graphics. I think it was quite a late title to come out on the PlayStation 3. Maybe that went against it. I don't know. But yeah, so those 2 games didn't make my cut, unfortunately. There's a lot of first-person shooters, fighting games. There's a strategy game. That's pretty much it. Like a couple of adventure kind of games as well in there. So I got a bit of a mix, you know. But it's just based on my opinion, which makes it 100% official. Okay then, where shall we start? So I'll get the game, tell you the price, and if you want to be there with a calculator, hopefully I've worked it out. Alright, let me know in the comments if I haven't. And while you're typing in the comments, just gently use that finger and tap that subscribe button. See what happens. See what happens. It's like I've got a special thing on my YouTube channel. When you hit subscribe, a funny noise happens. It's really fun. Try it out. Try it out now. Isn't that great? Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Okay, so the first game, what an amazing game. The Orange Box. Talk about a classic. So on here, you've got obviously Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 2 Portal, and Team Fortress 2. Amazing value for money, £8, you know. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of that. £8. There was a time when this was one of my favourite games of all time. It's funny how it tastes change. I still like it. It's funny how your tastes change. It's Resistance 2. This is £1. £1. Come on, guys. I rented this game. I had the first one. And I think it was like a 7 out of 10 kind of game. And I agree with those reviews. I'd give that game a 7 out of 10. So this was back in the Blockbuster days. I rented a couple of games. And I think there was an offer on 2 games for the price of 1 that you can rent for a week or something. So I was more into the other game. And I thought, oh yeah, I got this. I'll check this out. And it blew me away. It really impressed me, this game did. Graphics, I like the story. The story's easy to follow. You don't mind the cutscenes and things like that. And it still holds up. So for £1, just buy it. You know what I mean? Another game, this is £1 as well. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The graphics still hold up now. People are bumming the remake. When I typed in on CEX, obviously they've remastered it or something. you're talking top dollar for the remaster. But if you've got a PS3, you might be able to get a cheap PS3 on Facebook Marketplace. Spend £1 on that and your quid's in, you know. But yeah, amazing game. Fond memories of playing this. This is the best Call of Duty game. I don't care what anyone says. This is the best Call of Duty game in the entire franchise. I'll stick these over there, I think. What else have we got? Yes, we took Bulletstorm out. I can't believe the prices, yeah. Another one that's recently had a remaster, Vanquish. That is £1.50. I got one of those. I went for the slip-on case thing, you know. It's I don't know what they call it. It's got that. Can you hear that? Oh yeah, it's got one of those on it. It's like one of those hologram kind of things. I don't know. Oh, see you there? Hopefully the camera's picking it up. That's probably the best thing I've ever seen today. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, Sega game. Thoroughly enjoyed this. I might give that. I'm in the mood to play that, actually. Again, that's had a remake, hasn't it, recently? Game that's not really crying out tricks. It still holds up. But the good thing is, with the remake, what I like about it is more people get to experience these masterpieces, you know? What else have we got? Oh, I couldn't do this list and leave this game off there. £4 gets you The Last of Us. Graphics still hold up. My favourite's probably the PlayStation 4 version because it came with the DLC that I didn't play back in the day. But oh wow, this game stayed with me. The story's the start of the show. Very good graphics, very tight gameplay. But if anybody asks me what's my favourite thing about this, it's in my top 10 games of all time. It always will be, I think. But yeah, if anyone asks me what's so good about it, it's the story. I think it's fucking so interesting and so good, you know. Yeah, £4 gets you The Last of Us 2. Next up is £3.50. You thought that was good value. £3.50 gets you Soul Calibur 4. Wow. And obviously you get my boy Vader Darth, or Darth Vader comes with this one. Yeah, it's one of the best, probably my second or third favourite in the franchise. But there's years of fun. I'm still playing this game to this day, and the graphics, they've always been good on the Soul Calibur games, haven't they? So that's £3.50. Wow. What else have we got? Another shooter. The shooters are really, or first-person shooters. I call them shooters. I do apologise. So the first-person shooter games are very cheap. Killzone 3, £1.50. Yes, please. Visually, I love everything about this game. This is one of my favourite first-person shooters of all time. It's got some of the best bosses, some of the best level designs, graphics. It ticks every single box. Quite a hard game at parts. Maybe it's not for everyone. You will die playing this game. Trust me, you will die playing this game. Okay. Yeah, brilliant game. Much better than the one that came out on the PS4. I'm not sure if I've got it. If I have got it, it's only going for like £2 or something. It's worth £2, but that is a much better, more complete game, you know. One of my favourite shooters of all time, first-person shooters of all time. Sorry, what have we got? £1.50. Battlefield Bad Company 2. One of the best stories. It's so funny. I wish we had a sequel. The way this ends, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's like you're fighting abroad, and then it looks like the fight's coming home to America, where the squad, Bad Company, is from. And it's like, it sets it up for Bad Company 3, and we're still waiting. But look at the graphics. This is a game I was pretty late to the party on. I wasn't a big fan of Bad Company, the first one. I liked it, but I didn't get all the hype around it. Maybe I'll need to go back to it. I don't know if I've got it. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. But I think I bought it. It was in like a 4 for 20 or something like that. I thought, all right, it was the fourth game, or the game I wasn't that fussed on. So I thought, I'd get it for free or whatever. And then I was blown away by how good it is. I like it's not really a spoiler. It starts off, you think it's going to be a World War II shooter. I thought, all right, maybe I'm wrong looking at the cover and stuff like that. And then it fast forwards to current time or whatever, you know. So very good story, but the banter the Bad Company, the four of them have, is so fun. You feel like you're part of the squad, you know. And what was that? £1.50. Wow. No, that's a pound, is it? Sorry, I can't read yet. That's gone up to £1 now. So I've doubled my money if I was to sell it. I'm not selling it. Another first-person shooter, BioShock Infinite, £1.50. Get so much for your money on the PlayStation 3. Now is definitely the best. Well, it's a very good time. I gotta be honest, like, they were even cheaper. I think there's that generation have grown up now, so I think CX have put their prices up. Some of the games are more rare now. People maybe throwing them away, or people like me, I bought them and not selling. So there's not as many out there. There still are plenty, mind, but for games like under a £5, you can't go wrong, can you? So what was this? BioShock Infinite is £1.50. I think this is my favourite in the series. I know you can buy the trilogy. I've got 1, 2 and 3. But what I liked about this one, I like the open world. It was more, I think it's by design, the first two. A lot of people say the second one's the favourite one. I'd say the first one I preferred over the second one. But it's very claustrophobic by design. And it's got that feeling like you can see leaks. You're going through these tubes, these tunnels, with the glass under the ocean. And this water's pouring in. You're like, oh, is it going to be a cutscene now where I get flooded? Am I supposed to be sprinting down this corridor kind of thing? But then I remember this when you go up into the clouds. And it's so impressive, that first scene. And you see the houses are like, they're not solid. They're like kind of floating up and down. I loved it when I first played that. The only thing with this, on my PlayStation 3, this game crashes all the time. So I'm borrowing off my imaginary friend Chris. Shout out Chris. He's lent me his PlayStation 3. So I'll have to see if it runs alright on that. If not, I've always got the option then. It's out on the PlayStation 4, isn't it? So yes, what did I say that one was? BioShock Infinite. £1.50. Wow. Okay, next up, another £1.50 game. Batman Arkham Asylum. Always have good memories of playing this. I'm not a fan of Batman. I didn't buy it. This came out when I was living in Cheltenham. And a lot of the people I worked with was my kind of age group. Like with Modern Warfare 2 came out the same kind of time. Or when I was living up there. And we all bought it on the day it came out. I remember there was a Mass Effect game. And we were all like in the mornings talking about what we got up to on it on the night before. And everyone was saying, dude, just buy it. I said, Batman, fuck, I'm not interested. But they said, no, you're missing out. So one of the boys like convinced me, all right, I'll buy it. I think he said, if you don't like it, or if you hate it, he'll pay for the game. So I can't not. So he was that confident I'd enjoy it. And the rest is history. I've recently played this since I got back into my retro collecting. And it stands up, let me tell you. Really good. It is open world. It's quite a smallish map. There's a lot of areas to explore and everything like that. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really, really cool. It's got loads of gadgets, but it doesn't overwhelm you with all the gadgets. The pacing of the game is spot on. The story's really good. There's a bit where you think your TV's breaking. It's very clever game. And what was that? £1.50. What the hell? Like, look how much you get. That was like 50 quid not that long ago. Okay, what's next? Oh, right. A little bit more of a jump up in price, but it's still a bargain. £15 gets you Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I couldn't do this list and leave this game out. What a master blaster piece of a game. Obviously, I got that complete inbox, baby. I had to go all out for this. I've even got the Steelbook in my collection down there as well. That's a nice piece, let me tell you. At the time, it was the perfect fighting game. I'm not going to lie. Looking back, I don't know what I would say. I think today I prefer this over Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But then it's been a while since I played that. So if I play that this afternoon, knowing me, that'll be my favourite out of the two. These are much better than Infinite that came out on the PlayStation 4. But yeah, really good presentation of the game. I like the menus. Is when you go through options, menus and stuff. it's like it's all in comic, as if you're reading a comic. It's they've done a really good job with this game. What's the guy you fight at the end? Is it Galacticus? He's massive and he's like flicking you and stuff like that. And like his finger, you're about this big and he just flicks you. It's epic. It's so satisfying when you finally beat him. He's a better boss than is in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yes, that's £15. Where are we? So, awesome game alert. God of War 3, £8. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion, maybe it's not. This is my favourite God of War in the whole franchise. I haven't played the latest one. I'll pick it up when it goes in sale. I wasn't a massive fan of the first PlayStation 4 one. I like, okay, they've got to go open world or whatever. But, and the story, I did enjoy the story with Boy. I liked the fact that I thought, God, it's going to be a ball controlling two characters. But the controls, to be fair, the controls are tight. I don't know what it is, but I just prefer this style of gameplay. Does it for me, you know? I fucking love that game. They've always been impressive when they come out. But I'd play that over any of the other, especially the newer ones, any day of the week. And twice on a Sunday. What was that? £8. Another bargain. £1.50. Uncharted 2. A well add as well. I'm only doing one game for the franchise. Maybe all three I would recommend because they're all like £1. I think you can get them all for under £2.50 each, you know. So like for less than a fiver you can have the trilogy. But yeah, that's my favourite in the entire franchise. It's epic. It's really good. Brilliant game. If you haven't played them, play them in order, I would recommend. But there's a massive jump in quality between the first one and the second one, okay? But yeah, that's my favourite Uncharted. For £1.50, you cannot go wrong. What's next? Oh, £2.50. Fear 2. I haven't played the third one. I know the first one or the second one tends to be people's favourites. I love this game. It's brilliant. It is very dated. So don't expect, it's not like a Modern Warfare 2 kind of standard. Maybe they didn't have the budget, or maybe it was a lot earlier game. But the bullet time is the start of the show on this. And there's some jump scares. I can't remember if it's in the first one or the second one. You kind of let your guard down. You're just chilling out. Or when I was playing, I was just chilling out on the sofa. And then I thought I'd just climb down this ladder. The music stopped. You go to climb down the ladder. Of course, when you climb a ladder, you turn around. And she's just standing literally right there. I was like, fuck it. I think I might have dropped the controller. But yeah, that was a proper jump scare. So well done, the makers of this fucking game. Yeah, it's a shame we don't have any more of the Fear games. I think there's definitely a gap in the market for them. Like Dead Space. They're doing another one of them. That's out next week, isn't it? The new Dead Space. But going back to this, Fear 2 is £2.50. Oh my, these are amazing games for like a couple of quid, like, you know. What's next? Civilization. This game's dropped in price. Last time I looked, this was £8. Unless I'm mistaken, this is £1.50 now. I played this on my channel. I think when Chris first lent me, my imaginary friend, shout out Chris, when he first lent me my PlayStation, his PlayStation 3, this was the first game I wanted to play on it. And I went live, so it was a nice chilled, really good game this is. For £1.50, Jesus Christ, it's brilliant. They've done a fantastic job with... It's a PC game. Most people think of, when they think of Civilization, they think PC game, don't they? But it's done a really good job of adapting it to work well on consoles. And it does work really well. There are some times when I wish I could just click. You got to like scroll across and it's trying to find out, the PlayStation trying to find out what character or city you're trying to click on. It'd be much easier if I had a mouse and I just go, fucking, that's the one I want, kind of thing. But yeah, they've done a very good job. I much prefer this to the new one that came out in the PlayStation 4. I couldn't get on with that one, but yeah, it still holds up. And £1.50, absolute bargain. It's still fun to play today. What's next? I couldn't do this list without this game. GTA 5 is coming in at £4. Wow. I know it's the vanilla version, but it still holds up. Yeah, I've got the steelbook. Yeah, I got the map. It's all in there, guys. It's all in there. But this is a masterpiece. This is the first GTA game I ever finished. I couldn't really I can't get into them. The story, whatever. Maybe I will try. They've redone that trilogy, haven't they? But I think once they fix it all up, I might go back to it. It's one of those games I think I'm missing out. But this game, the story, I love the fact that there's 3 characters. It's telling 3 people's story, isn't it? And they've done it fucking perfect. I do prefer the PlayStation 4 version. You've got the option of going first person. But being honest, I hardly ever go first person. But it's just the graphics, the speed of the game. It doesn't take a couple of hours to fucking install and load up and stuff. But yeah, what a brilliant game. That is in my top 10 favourite games of all time. If you asked me 2 years ago, it probably was my favourite game of all time. But your tastes change over the years, you know. But I haven't played that. Maybe I will play that and I'll go back in at the number 1 spot. What I do notice, though, I did play it 7 years in a row. So from 2013 to 2020, I would play it every single year. And every single time, obviously I have the same experience, but I'm finding new areas. I'm finding new, like, posters. I was like, oh, you can go underground in the subway. You go down there and it's like a poster of those shoes. You know those shoes that look like gloves? Like they got like individual bits for your toes. And it says, it's got a guy there like looking all cool. And the advert goes, it's for toes and twats. I was howling laughing. It's got the sense of humour in these games is spot on, isn't it? And I can't wait for GTA 6. Oh, that's going to be a masterpiece, I'm sure, to load. Right. The load, rather. Right, what's next? 3 games left. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. I'm trying to go as quickly as I can. Right then. King of Fighters 13. £22. Now, I did notice on CX, this is the deluxe edition. On CX, £22. It's got a picture of this, but it doesn't say deluxe edition. So I'm a little bit confused. They're only offering 1. So it might not actually be the deluxe edition for £22, or you might get lucky. Like if you order this online right now, I have no idea what version they're going to send you, okay? But obviously I've got the deluxe edition. £22. This is my second favourite fighting game of all time. It's by mile. The top 3 are pretty good in King of Fighters games, but this will always be my number 1 favourite King of Fighters game. It's definitely worth 22 buckaroos. 2 left. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. That's £10. Wow. This has got years of gameplay in there. I like the fact that its teams are 2. So it's not normally teams are 3 characters each, but it's got 2. So it's a interesting dynamic. Yeah, I really like it. The mix and match between like Street Fighter with Tekken characters. Yeah, it's quite interesting when what characters the computer chooses against you. It's done in the style of Street Fighter 4, and I love that. The graphics art style, you know. Yeah, so that is £10. And the last game, I just mentioned it, is Ultra Street Fighter 4 Bambino. My favourite fighting game of all time. This is the version you want. This is £10. Don't bother with the other ones. If you're only going to buy, I've got all versions. But if you're going to pick it up, £10. This is plummeting in price. I think I paid £18 for it. Or maybe £15 for it. But yeah, for some bizarre reason, it's coming down in price. So buy. Now is the time to be buying Street Fighter games by the looks of it. IGN give it amazing, 9 out of 10. I disagree. It is amazing, but it's a 10 out of 10. My favorite game of all time. This is where it's at. You can argue this saved the franchise. Street Fighter 3 is a classic, but sales from a financial point of view, it wasn't the best. So this came out and put Street Fighter back on the map, Bambino. Maybe we wouldn't have had, if it wasn't for this, maybe we wouldn't have, they wouldn't have had Street Fighter 5, you know? So, Yeah, £10. What a bargain. £18. What I paid for it is a bargain, you know. You can get this for it's on the PlayStation Store. That's my go-to on the PlayStation 4/PlayStation 5. That is my go-to. So, I know you're all there with your calculators, just to tally it all up, that came to £99. Maybe I could have, I don't know with prices. Let's have a look. Maybe Virtua Fighter £5. I think that's a bit more actually. But yeah, so you got £1 to spare, so you can buy a Mars bar or something like that. Yeah, I have a Mars bar on me. There we are. What did you think of my list? What games would you recommend? Have I missed any big hitters? I don't think I have. Yeah, thank you very much everyone that takes time to watch my videos. I know they're not the best, but I enjoy making them anyway, and I do like it when people comment or like or watch, subscribe to my videos, okay? Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Love you. Bye.